Hey, this is actually a really great question, and I'm glad that you brought it up because I had a little bit of trouble trying to figure out where the Inland Empire was when I first heard about the term. I got a couple of my forestry degrees at the University of Idaho, and they were the ones that kept saying Inland Empire, and I Googled it, and I had the same problem that you did. I only could find things referring to someplace east of LA in California, and nothing in the Pacific Northwest. The Inland Empire is a more antiquated version of saying the Inland Northwest, and it pretty much refers to anywhere that is going to be east of the Cascade Mountain Range. If Inland Empire is an antiquated term, then why am I using that instead of the Inland Northwest? If you say Inland Northwest, that can include an area like the Columbia Plateau, and that area is going to be a lot less precipitation and have a different plant community than something that's even to the east of it, or specifically more of the northeast of it. The area that I'm referring to when I talk about the Inland Empire is mostly a vegetative community that's going to be east of Spokane, northern Idaho, and some parts of northwestern Montana, as well as several spots of British Columbia. The U.S. Forest Service makes this really awesome software called FVS, which is Forest Vegetation Simulator. It takes a particular stand type and you put a bunch of input data into it, and then it can predict how that stand will grow over several years. It was developed in northern Idaho region, and they called that original variant of forest there Inland Empire. Another way that you could think about the Inland Empire is it's actually a specific ecoregion that is within the Inland Northwest. This map here is made by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and it shows level 3 ecoregions in the Northwest. Number 10 is going to refer to more of the Columbia Plateau that you talked about. That is more of a high desert. There's a lot less precipitation, and your plant communities are going to be quite different. The region that I refer to as the Inland Empire is going to look like 15 here, where it spreads off across a couple states, and it's much more highly specific than just saying anything that's going to be east of the Cascades. Ecoregions can be defined in many different levels, and level 3 is just one of them. And just like with forest types, there are different levels of vegetation and different compositions that you can have. I know using the term Inland Empire may not be the most geographically up to date, but I do think that it gives you direct knowledge on where a specific forest type and where plant communities can actually grow it. I am open to suggestions on names for that region other than the Inland Empire. If there's something that you know about that you think would be a much more appropriate term, please let me know, and I might try and incorporate that into a lot of future videos. And sorry it took so long to respond. I was out doing forestry things and it was cold and I just didn't feel like recording, so sorry about that.